Hi, everybody. I hope you can hear me. I had some problems with the initial live stream that I set up. So I'm hoping that some of you be able to find me here. I'm just going to put a little note on my page in the meantime, just to make people know what's going on and they can find this live feed. So if you just give me a second. Yeah. Okay. Okay, brilliant. So today I wanted to go over some of the changes to Facebook and how that impacts businesses. If you're watching live, could you please put a comment just so that I know that you're watching and that you can hear me okay? I'm not sure if everyone can hear me fine. I'll just carry on. So in terms of the changes to Facebook, basically what Mark Zuckerberg announced a couple of weeks ago now is that public content will get less exposure on news feeds. Basically, people will be seeing more posts from their friends and family, and they would see less of content promoted from business pages. In October last year, Facebook trialed the idea of having a primary feed and a secondary feed. And this secondary feed was called an explore page. And so it meant that people on Facebook would see their primary feed, that was friends and family, and stuff that they like looking at. And then on the explore feed, you would see things from business pages and groups and things. And so the user would have to click on those explore pages to see what other businesses were posting. So essentially what's happening is that Facebook is wanting to make that feature a permanent feature. So users of Facebook will need to click on the explore feed to see your content. One way to overcome that explore feed would be around, advertising and using Facebook ads. So that's the frustration for small businesses, is that they will need to use the Facebook ads more and more. So you have to spend more, you have to have big bucks to be visible. But there are other ways around it. And I'm not an expert in Facebook at all. So what I've done is I've gone to a couple of webinars where some experts have been talking about these changes, and in particular, what small businesses can do to overcome the changes. Okay. So unless you're using big bucks in terms of ads, spending a lot of money is what I mean. Spending a lot of money, it can be incredibly difficult to show up in news feeds in Facebook going forward. So if we start with what is actually motivating Facebook. So Facebook is motivated by wanting to give their users a more personalized experience. They have gotten feedback from their users that they don't want to see so much content from businesses. They're a little bit frustrated with some of what they see in their feed because they don't deem it relevant to them. And so Facebook is actually reacting to feedback from Facebook users. Facebook wants to increase the quality of the content on the platform as well, because it believes that increases the it just improves the experience of Facebook users if the quality of content is top notch. So by quality of content, it's more personalized, it's more helpful, it's more relevant, timely, that kind of thing. So that's another motivation that Facebook has got, and that's driving the changes that they are currently pushing. And finally, Mark Zuckerberg in particular, his vision for Facebook is always that it's a place that people get real engagement and that it's all about interaction. So he's wanting to increase the level of interaction on Facebook and real engagement with people. And I suppose in terms of businesses and pages, there's a sense that, interactions with business, needs to be at a more authentic level. And if it's not, then it just becomes noise and it just becomes advertising that people don't really want, to be honest. So that's what's motivating Facebook and Mark Zuckerberg with the changes that they've currently made, or they're planning to make in the next few weeks. You know, a couple of people have said, well, you know what, I'm going to give up on Facebook. I can't be bothered with these changes. It's just too hard to get reach on Facebook. And I sympathize, because as a small business myself, it is very difficult to get organic reach on social media platforms in general, but on Facebook in particular, because there's just so much, you know, vie for attention. You know, you need to find a way to grab attention. And sometimes people do it by, you know, using clickbait, you know, just attention grabbing stuff. And then when you click on it, it doesn't actually deliver the value that you were hoping. But I would encourage small businesses, the same way I'm encouraging myself, is that, you know, not to give up. 62% of the people that use Facebook say that Facebook is the most important platform for them. And so that's a lot of people to give up on. So I would say don't give up. 80% of people are more inclined to buy from you if you have a credible, authentic Facebook business page associated with your business. So they go to your website, they see what you offer, and then they go to your Facebook page and they see a similar offering, and they can find information about what it is that you offer. 80% of Facebook users actually say that this is really important, and they're more inclined to buy from you. So don't give up on Facebook because of these changes. And finally, the conversion on Facebook is some of the highest that you'll find out there. You know, it's usually around 2%. So when you create an ad, you can expect somewhere between 1.6% and 2% conversion rate on Facebook. So that's quite good. So don't give up on Facebook. And just to reiterate, 62% of consumers say that Facebook is the most important platform for them in terms of engaging with their friends, family, and businesses and getting news. 80% say that they're more inclined to buy from you if they can find a Facebook page that is credible and authentic, that is associated with your business. And finally, the conversion rates on Facebook are some of the highest out there. 1.6% to 2% is what you can expect to get on Facebook on average. Hi, Nicole. Thanks for joining. Okay, so what do we do? So because of the changes, which I'll reiterate, you have a primary feed, which will have your friends and family, and you know that information from them and their feed. And then you're going to have a secondary feed, which Facebook is calling an explore page, and that's where business page content is going to feature. So really, what you need to do is to safeguard the number 1 or 2 spot on that explore page to really be visible, so that if a user looks at that explore page, they can see your business as number 1 or 2. You know, if you're further down than that, it's unlikely that a lot of users are going to scroll that explore page. So that's your objective, to be number 1 or number 2. So here are some tips. So one of the things that is a bugbear for Facebook and for a lot of Facebook users, to be honest, is promotional posts, and that's what Facebook is going to be suppressing with this new approach that they've got. So what is a promotional post? Well, there's 3 ways of describing promotional posts on Facebook. One is a post that the sole purpose is to push people to buy a product. So if you're writing posts that is all about buy, that is a promotional post. Facebook will suppress that post. It will not get seen by a lot of people at all. The second is if you're pushing people into promos, giveaways, and contests. Now, this is really popular on Facebook. I've done a couple of giveaways myself, and it's really popular on Facebook. But Facebook doesn't like these kind of contents that ask people to like, share, tag, and all that kind of thing. It's going to suppress those kind of posts because they're seen as promotional posts and not necessarily generating real engagement and authenticity on Facebook. And finally, if you're reusing the same content in your ads over and over again, this is seen again as a bad thing. So it's too promotional, and again, Facebook is going to suppress that post. So what's the solution? Well, there's 3 things you need to do. The first thing is to know your target audience, and that is knowing what your audience knowing who they are and what their ideal the profile is. So things like their gender, their age, their hobbies, maybe where they are geographically in the world, what other pages that they like, really getting to know them rather than just spraying everywhere and just seeing what sticks. A lot of these changes are calling us as business owners to really understand our target audience. And once you know and you understand them, then you know how to offer value to them. So it means that you can find what it is that they would really love. What are they desperate to know? What kind of things are they struggling with? What are their challenges? And then offer value. And finally, stand out from the newsfeed. So you need to stand out. Like I said, safeguard, spot 1 or 2 on the explore page. So you have to stand out. And to stand out, you can't be generic. You can't be copying what everyone else is doing. You really need to catch the attention of the users. So, what does standing out mean? Really, it means creating more authentic posts. It means creating timely posts. And by timely, I mean, looking at what the immediate interest, the immediate interest is out there. Hi, Cheryl, thanks for joining. So to be able to be top on that explore page, you need to create authentic posts. That's posts that have a human voice that genuinely connect with other people on an emotional level. And I'll talk a little bit about that later. Secondly, create timely posts. So timely posts have to do with, posts that are on trend. What's a hot topic? What's everyone talking about? What's an event that just happened in the world? Posts that are on time, on trend, and, people have an immediate interest in it. Facebook will love those, and Facebook will rank those highly, and those will come in, your top couple of spots on the explore page. So just to reiterate, the changes to Facebook are that it's going to create primary and secondary news feeds. The primary news feeds will be your friends and family and their news, and the secondary feed is where content from businesses is going to feature. And the real challenge there is being number 1 or 2 on that explore page, because it's unlikely that users are going to scroll beyond number 1 to maybe 3 on that explore page. So some of the things I'm talking about here is how you can safeguard number 1 or 2 spot on that explore page, as a business. Now, Facebook absolutely loves videos, especially if it's a Facebook Live video. So Facebook is going to be given additional priority to Facebook Live. So if you're doing a Facebook Live, it will promote that above other videos. So definitely do more Facebook Live. Start today. Schedule a regular Facebook Live, from your business page, and that would definitely get you top in terms of that explore page. And this is something I didn't really know actually. Facebook doesn't like links from places like YouTube. So if you're uploading a video, so forget about lives for a second. So if you've already recorded a video on your phone or in another medium, don't upload it on YouTube and then try to embed the URL on Facebook, because that will not rank well. That will be suppressed in the newsfeed. If you've recorded a video on your phone, or your computer, and you have access to it in your Dropbox or Google Drive, upload the video directly onto Facebook. Facebook loves native videos, videos that are actually uploaded onto the platform. So definitely do that. Don't use YouTube links. Again, in terms of ads, yes, there's no running away from it. The new changes to Facebook means that you need to spend more on ads to be seen. But to get, value for money, you have to do better targeting with those ads. And it's not a bad thing, because like I said, a few minutes ago, the conversion rates on Facebook ads are some of the highest you get out there. They're between 1.6% and 2%. So better targeting will improve that conversion rate. So you will need to spend more money on ads. And I'll talk a little bit about ads and targeting in a couple of minutes. And this one, a lot of people do it, and a lot of people don't know. Don't boost posts. There's a big difference between boosting a post and creating an ad. Okay, so when you're boosting a post, you're basically promoting the post to anybody who is online at that particular moment. It's a waste of money. The targeting is weak. The conversion rate is very, very low. So if you're going to spend any money sponsoring posts at all on Facebook, make it an ad, not a boost post, because that is just a waste. Is a waste of money. And so just invest wisely as you do that. Okay, so some best practices that I've gathered from some of the webinars and discussions I've had with people who really know their stuff on Facebook. So I'm learning, and I want small businesses to learn, my clients, friends, partners, we all want to get this visibility on Facebook because we want to promote our business. We believe we have a product or service that people will benefit from. So I really love helping small businesses. So in terms of best practices, these best practices are what, universally among the Facebook experts, these are the things that, could really work in your favor and could keep you in the top spots on that Explore page. So first of all, videos. I've already spoken about videos. So yeah, videos is the name of the game on Facebook. So create videos, a minimum of 30 seconds long. Anything shorter is too short. Facebook favors longer videos. So, ultimately you'll be aiming for 90-second videos, but if you're pressed for time, 30 seconds. And then high completion rates. So this is another thing that Facebook looks at. It's not enough just to create a video. Facebook will look out for videos that people watch and actually watch up to 50% of the video. So, I've created maybe a 2-minute video. If people are watching at least 1 minute of that video, 1.5 minutes of that video, Facebook will favor that video and it will rank highly on the Explore pages. So it's not just about creating the videos. You really need to give some thought to the video, and you need to make sure that it grabs attention and you're being relevant, because that's why people will watch a video, to the end or halfway or 75% through if they feel that video is relevant and it's really speaking to a challenge that they've got in their business. And then this one, is really important for people that use external tools to schedule their posts. So don't schedule Facebook posts outside Facebook. Do it inside Facebook. If you use tools like Hootsuite, Buffer, don't use them to schedule your Facebook post. Schedule posts inside Facebook. Facebook will prefer your content in terms of ranking if you schedule your post inside Facebook. Don't use Hootsuite or Buffer inside Facebook. And then that would help your content to safeguard those top spots in the Explore page that is coming. So you're having 2 columns. Just to repeat, the changes mean that you have a primary feed, friends and family, and then there'll be a different feed for businesses and business pages and what they're pushing through. So to be able to be seen, you have to safeguard the top couple of spots on that Explore page. And to do that, you need to do some of the things that I'm discussing here today. So I'll reiterate. We've got, oh, hi, Roberto, how are you doing? So we've got create videos, minimum 30 seconds. Aim for 90-second videos. Don't make them too long. 2 minutes is sort of your maximum, really. Aim for high completion rates. And what I mean by high completion rates is, have really attention-grabbing videos that really speak to your audience's needs so that they can watch at least 50% of it. So 50% completion rate. The longer videos rank better on Facebook, and videos that have higher completion rate where people watch at least half of the video before they sort of drop out. Okay, so that is what you need to do. No outbound links. Now, this is a pain for, if you've got a blog and you're putting a link to the blog post, and oh, thanks, Roberto. You put a link to the blog post on your page. I do this as well. I'm going to need to go back and re-strategize and say, okay, so how am I going to get this information out there? But it's one of those things. Facebook doesn't favor outbound posts. It wants you to do things native. So if you've got a video, do a live. If you can't do a live, if you're a bit hesitant about lives, and lives are a big risk. I mean, I am always nervous every time I do a live because I never know what's going to work. Like at the moment, I'm actually not sure if this is showing properly. So, sometimes you might want to record it on your phone and then upload it, that's a good idea, because sometimes you need a couple of takes to really get your message across and practice. But don't upload it on YouTube and then put the link on Facebook. Upload the video directly onto Facebook. So no outbound links. Upload the videos on Facebook. Don't boost your posts. Okay, so like we just covered, use the ads rather than the boost post option on your Facebook page, on your business pages. Use ads to target individuals on your business page. So you already have a business page, for instance, and you've got 100 people who've liked that business page. Now, when you're creating your ads, you can really target people, not just people who like your business page. You can actually become more targeted, where you create specific content that would appeal to a section of your business page, I guess, followers. And so when you're targeting, you can then say, okay, I want this ad to reach people who like my Facebook page, but also like HubSpot, or they also like they also like HMRC or something. So find things that go with your page. So what will happen is, if you've got 100 likes on your page, 100 followers, your ad will then show not to everybody, but actually to a section of them. So out of the 100, you might find 30 of them are people who like your page, but they also like HMRC, or the horse riding is a hobby for them or something. I'll give you an example. So for me, for instance, I might target people who like my page, and then I might say, actually, I want this to go to people who like my page, but also live in Aberdeen, have a small business. Maybe I wanted to target women of a particular age group, for instance. So rather than it going to everybody, it will go to this section of people. And why that's good is because those people, if you've done your audience research, like I said earlier in the broadcast, if you've really done your audience research and you know who your audience is and you know what's going to be relevant, then the people that the video gets to or your content gets to are likely to complete it. So they're likely to watch the video to the end, or read your content to the end and share it, like it, comment on it. But if you're just sending it to everybody, you risk that a proportion of them will be like, oh, actually, no, I don't own a business. I work inside a corporation. I don't own the business, so this is not really for me. And so they look at it, maybe 10 seconds of it, and they drop off. So that's one way to get some real advantage with your content on Facebook. And if you don't already have a business page, I encourage you. That's the way. That's the way to do it. Get a business page. Even better, create a Facebook group. Within those groups, you can get some real one-to-one interaction. I recently created a group, and it's in early days. It's about 74 members, and that group is focused on sharing content. So there's less promotional items on there. It's about sharing content that you've written on your blog, knowledge impacting content. And what I do is, when people share content, I share the content on their behalf on Facebook or Twitter, on my network, and so that gives them some reach. And so if you're listening and you think that's something that might benefit you, absolutely join the group. I'll put the link in the comments in a moment. Just join the group, and that gives you extra, gives your content extra reach, extra visibility. And with the changes on Facebook at the moment, that could be really powerful, where small businesses are promoting other small businesses and helping each other to thrive. So again, images are a big part of of ads and content. So use great images, because that's going to catch attention. So if your content is catching attention and people are reading it and clicking on it, Facebook will again favor that content, and it will rise to the top of the explore page. So when you're looking for great images for your content, there's sort of three rules. So think about emotion. When you're looking for an image, look for an image that channels the emotion that you think is going to make people engage with that. So if it's frustration, you might have a picture of someone holding their hair and doing that, or something, or somebody jumping, or somebody talking, really animated. So think about emotion, and that goes with the next thing. You've got emotion, and next one is motion. So think about pictures that have motion. Something is happening, something is moving. As human beings, we engage with pictures like this, with images like this. And finally, think about color. Color again, that is eye-catching, that is interesting, that pulls people into your content. So again, use great images for your content. That will attract people to the content. And again, the more people that click on that content, read it, like it, share it, the more Facebook will favor it, and the more it gets to those top spots in your Explore pages. So we're trying to get to spot 1 and spot 2. And these spots will change throughout the day, I expect. I expect Facebook will just continue changing these spots. So there's opportunities throughout the day to really grab attention and vie for those top spots. So what else? Yeah, spend time identifying your audience. So I can't overemphasize this. Spend time identifying your audience, really getting to know them, grab their attention, and build relationships with them. Find out what it is you're struggling with and help. I mean, it seems like a no-brainer, but sometimes we forget that is really what we're trying to do. We're trying to find our tribe, and when we find our tribe, it becomes easy, and marketing and pushing stuff becomes actually less necessary, because the marketing you're doing now becomes marketing which is building relationships, providing content, helping people, adding value, and all sorts of things, showing, giving demonstrations and showing how things work, rather than buy from me, buy from me, buy from me. Create motivational and inspirational posts. So Mark Zuckerberg is all about motivating and inspiring the world. He wants to build a community where people get inspired. So sometimes we might undervalue, into motivational posts or inspirational posts, because there are quite a lot of them around, but actually people enjoy them. That's part of my strategy on places like Instagram, is to share inspirational posts. So I might not say, hey, I'm your marketing, come and buy this, or come and use me for your marketing, blah, blah, blah. But I'll put an inspirational post because it inspires me. I might put something about not giving up, something about success, something about failing and getting back up and getting out there and doing what it is that you believe in. And, don't knock the value of that. So as part of what you're doing in terms of your strategy going forward for Facebook as a small business, look into motivational and inspiring posts, because people gravitate towards motivation and inspiring posts. Avoid negativity and just kind of downness. Just really give people something to drive them and to live for, and Facebook will automatically favor those kind of inspirational posts that will come in your top sort of Explore pages 1-2 spots. Hi, Jillian. I missed that. Sorry. Great. So I talked about offering value as well. So your posts need to offer value for Facebook to really give you those top spots. And by value, I mean, do how-to videos, and they can be short. Again, videos can be as short as 30 seconds. Really, you want to be aiming for 90 seconds for videos that you're uploading on there. If it's too long, 2 minutes. But how-to videos are really valuable. I mean, the number of times I've been struggling to do something, I want to know how to maybe, when I start using a new tool, like even Zero recently, I had a challenge. I'm trying to get like a proper accounting software so I can be a proper grown-up company. So, I was looking at different options, and there's some great videos, short videos just showing you, how to set up a new supplier in Zero and how to do this. And these are great videos. I clicked on it, I saved it. If I've got friends who are business owners, if anyone is asking about this particular challenge, I'll be like, oh gosh, you need to look at that video. And so how-to videos are hugely valuable. And so create how-to videos. It might be a short thing, but it's great, and Facebook loves them. Create PDF cheat sheets, checklists. If you're, like for myself, I might have, your top 10 things that you need to think about when you're setting up your Facebook business page, for instance, and it will be a checklist. And that's really handy for a new business owner who isn't really savvy with social media, or is not is not very comfortable or confident about using Facebook, a checklist, what have you done? You set up your business page, you have your logo there, you have an engaging cover image, have you put your business's address there, is your website address also on there, have you given people a clear definition of what it is your business does? Have you thought about Facebook group as well to maybe invite your friends to, those kind of checklists in PDF form that people can easily download and they refer to over and over again? That is valuable, and Facebook loves those. Those will rank top in terms of the explore pages. And finally, promote local businesses. It's not just about ourselves and our business. Promote other people. I love the rule that a lady who's based in the U.S. She works for SAS, and I interviewed her for my book, which was published in 2016. And there's this 411 rule that she was speaking about, and it made so much sense. So if you're posting 6 things over a period of time, 4 of those things should be about something else, somebody else. It should be about some new knowledge that's come from somewhere else that you're just informing people about. It should be, maybe a piece of content that another business has created that you think will be valuable for your audience about somebody else. And then 1 piece of content which is about something entertaining, funny, just attention grabbing, lighthearted, and then 1 that is about your business. So if you need to push anything, if you need to offer discounts or you're promoting a new service, 1. So out of the 6, just 1 should be about you. So in terms of, how you measure your social media engagement and the content that you're sharing, make sure that you're not too pushy, you're not promoting just yourself and your business, but you're looking for opportunities to promote local businesses, charity, a cause, whatever it is that you're passionate about as a business, something that aligns with your values as a business. Promote that, because Facebook absolutely loves that. The ethos at Facebook is that they're looking to build, I guess, a world where, businesses help other businesses, they inspire each other, they motivate each other, and it's not a me thing. I think this is what keeps Mark Zuckerberg alive, awake at night, not alive. This is what keeps Mark alive. Keeps him awake at night. He thinks about Facebook and he's like, I want this place to be a place people come to be inspired, to be motivated, to be driven. And, if he feels that the product is heading in a different direction from that, we're going to see more of these kind of changes. So I'll just reiterate the list, because I was kind of falling over myself in my words there. So I'll reiterate my list. So best practice to be top 1 or 2 in that explore page, the new news feed that is coming. So if you've just joined, oh, hi, Nika. So if you've just joined, the changes to Facebook are that Facebook is going to remove public content from business pages from main newsfeed. So people will not see your content on their newsfeed. They will see content from their friends and their family. There will now be a secondary feed, which is called Explore, and that page is where content from businesses will start to show. And so your strategy needs to be that you're safeguarding your number 1 or 2 on that explore page, so that if people click on that explore page, you're one of the first 2 businesses that they see in terms of content. Okay, because it's unlikely people are going to be scrolling to like number 10 or 11. So we're trying to be number 1 or 2. So some of the things I've run through is around what Facebook sees as promotional posts. It will suppress those posts that are solely about pushing your services and products. It will suppress that post. Posts that are about contests, giveaways, and all that kind of stuff. We do them all the time. So these are things that Facebook is discouraging. That's a promotional post as far as Facebook is concerned. If you're using the same content in your ads over and over again, Facebook considers that a promotional post and it will suppress. So in terms of best practices going forward, I'm just going to run through the list again. And this is based on a couple of webinars I've attended and discussions with Facebook experts. So I'm not a Facebook expert, so I'm learning as well, and I like to share the knowledge as I get it, really. So number 1, Facebook loves videos. Even better if it's a Facebook Live, it will promote your video above other videos. If you can't do a live video or that's not what you're about, make sure that you're uploading your video native into Facebook. Don't provide a link to a video on YouTube or Vimeo. Make sure that if you've got your video, you upload it onto Facebook native. It loves it to be on its platform native rather than outbound links. So avoid outbound links. In terms of video lengths, between 30 seconds and 90 seconds, ideally 90 seconds, maximum 2 minutes. Make sure that your video is engaging and that you're grabbing attention from the beginning and it's relevant for your audience, because Facebook will also rate your video based on completion rate. That's basically how long people spend watching your video before they drop off. So you need about a 50% completion rate. So if you've got a 2-minute video, you need people to watch a minute of it. And then Facebook will deem it a relevant video, authentic, and all that, good stuff. And then it will start to rank higher on that explore page. Okay, anyone else, Jim? Schedule posts. So, some of us use things like Hootsuite, Buffer to schedule our posts. It's not going to work for Facebook. Facebook doesn't want external post scheduling. So schedule your posts inside Facebook. If you don't know how to schedule posts inside Facebook, let me know. Send me a direct message or email me. I'll quickly show you how to do it. Just schedule posts in advance inside Facebook, not externally. Facebook will favor your posts if you schedule it inside Facebook. Don't boost your posts, create ads instead. Boosting posts is waste of money. It's a waste of money. When you boost a post, you're basically saying, show this post to whoever is hanging out online at this time. So it's weak conversion, weak targeting. So instead, create an ad and make sure that you are doing as much targeting as possible. So if you're targeting people who like your Facebook page, that's great. Look for something else though. Is it people that like your Facebook page and also like one other page, and maybe like, I don't know, Snicker bars, or who live in Aberdeen or live in Edinburgh, or who own a small business, or who are finance managers or something. So the more you target, the better, because you're then improving your chances of people watching your video longer, liking it, sharing it, and Facebook will see that as favorable. Create Facebook groups and engage there. Use great images. When you're picking an image, think about emotion. What emotion is that? Image sending across? Is it sending across, a happy image, frustration, excitement? So think about the emotion that you want to send across with your image. Think about whether you can choose an image that has emotion attached to it. So emotion. So if someone dumping up, talking, action type images, think about that. I know I'm moving my hands a lot. So that would be emotion image if you were taking a picture of me there. And finally, think about color. So emotion, motion, color when you're choosing images. If you need support, there's a bunch of people who are really great with this stuff. Graphic design, branding people, they can spot a great image. I'm not great at it. I'm getting better thanks to things like Canva and Unsplash and so on. I can choose a decent image if I had to. Spend time identifying your audience. That is really, really key. Create motivational and inspirational posts. Deliver value through your posts. Do how-to videos. Do PDF cheat sheets. Checklists to help people get things done. Look to encourage and just inspire people. Give advice. Do demonstrations. And promote local businesses or charities or causes. This is really what Facebook is all about. This is what Mark Zuckerberg wants to see. This is what keeps him up at night. Is Facebook really making the world a better place? This is really what he wants. And that's underneath it all what it's all about. Okay. So that's really what I had for us today. And I've got a couple of slides, well, not a couple, 7 slides, which I've created. A very simple, they don't go in depth, they just go through what I've said today. I'm going to make those slides available on my business page. So there will be like a files tab there, and I'm going to upload those on there. So you'll be able to get the PDF version of that. Feel free to use it, share it. If you've got questions, let me know. I'll put a couple of links actually in the comments. You can watch this video again later. Thanks for joining, all the people that joined today and people who might watch this later on. Thank you for joining. I'm excited, that you're motivated and inspired. And please don't give up on Facebook. It's where 80% of people feel inclined to meet people and do business. If people find a business page on Facebook that's associated with your website or business, they're more inclined to do business with you. 62% of people on Facebook say that Facebook is the most important platform for them. So don't give up on Facebook. We just need to do a better job of being relevant and not just spraying content everywhere. Have a good evening. Bye-bye.